Hey there, everyone. This is Cow. Well, this is a world. We're starting World 2, and it's a plane, and there are bouncing turtles again. And in order to celebrate the local customs, I have let the malicious turtle-like animal molest me with his beak, just so he knows I don't mean any ill will towards his kind, even though apparently his species does not reciprocate. So because this is a great hill level, there's a lot of football Charlie that mistake me for a Pokemon, and also turtles that instead of using wings to fly, they use a cape. Well, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty freaking crazy. I mean, come on, wings I can understand. You can graft wings to anything and it would fly. How do you think the planes work? Well, it's easy. They took a freaking ball of yarn, made it metal, longer, added seats, motors. It's still in the wind. Well, by wind I mean fly. Then they add, they even bothered to like really thought really hard to add wheels. Nope, still not flying. It only took until they actually added wings that planes started to fly, and that is the story of aviation, and it's in entire freaking entirety picnic mobile. That is the curse word of the new millennium, because 2008 marks a new millennium somewhere, I'm sure of it. So remember that, as it happens all the time. When the millennium turns, swear words change. That's how our culture has decided to work, and that is how we are working too. Well, although maybe you're working with a job which requires like tools like paper and chairs and mayonnaise. I don't know, it depends on your job. I'm still like a professional student, which is why I'm going into holes like this, and I'm like end up in Africa, because as you know, Africa is made of rock and bridges that fall apart. There's a mushroom block on Mario 2, but you can't take it, and even though that guy doesn't have spikes, he's essentially spiny. He's just not spiky. So I guess spiny is a misnomer, since he's not spiny at all. There's a message block here. It's saying where there's a local frat party, in case you're in sort of that thing. I don't know. I think there are too many waterfalls around. It makes me kind of nervous that someone's gonna get riled and start like throwing paper clips everywhere, and someone's going to like be rather abusive while trying to open his juice box, and there's gonna be freaking grape juice everywhere, and that's going to freaking ruin my painting collection of ancient people that lived in ancient time. That's a very good hint, by the way. If you ever meet someone, want to know if he lived in ancient time, just ask him if he comes from the past and came into the future via either magic or technology. In that case, well, I mean, of course you could do that and come from the future, but I mean, you'd still have like about 50% chance of being right, and 50% is better than nothing. Wow, that was a very short level. I was kind of expecting it to be a lot longer, and like maybe we'd encounter some sort of like colorful window, and they'd be cherubims and rainbows and confetti, and everything would like explode in celebration of joy and love. Instead, they build a bridge. I guess I'll live. I'll try to find my twin here, and we'll be like, "Hey there, Goomba, you're flat." And that's Bonsai Bill. He's a good guy. Like, I know he tends to be kind of rough around the edges, but I mean, give him a chance, and you'll see that he's a pretty cool guy. He's just kind of he had a rough life, so sometimes things don't quite match up. He'll go ahead and wear a purple shirt with pastel blue shorts. He just doesn't know better. It's not his fault if he's socially retarded. There's Bonsai Bill. You can jump on him, and that happens. You see, that's why you can't trust the friends of your friends. The friends of your friends are actually your enemy. Do not remember that, because this is actually a secret recording from the KJV. So I've never said that ever, and any claim otherwise will be met with harsh prostate exams. And let me tell you what, it is not something that you desire. Well, unless maybe you're like a professional window dresser and you have a very complex backstory regarding the origins of why you've decided that as some sort of viable profession, and it involves like treachery and hunting down lions in the African savannah. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't want to assume anything here. It's just that sometimes you need to cover your bases. I mean, life is like a baseball game. It helps if you're wearing pants. So, yeah, this is Luigi. You know, he was just, while looking for Mario or whatever, he happened upon the municipal pool where Duck Turtle managed to cheat the laws of times and space and reality again. Freaking turtles. You can't trust a turtle farther than you can throw a lumberjack using only a stapler. Okay, I'll admit that's kind of hard. You won't throw things very far with that, and I think that is the purpose of that particular saying. Yeah, that would make sense if you combine everything. Although, make sure you bring a lot of tincture to, you know, make sure the mixture like mixes well, because that's an important thing, or else, I mean, you're gonna end up with all kind of weird splotches and bubbles on your wall. That's not something that you want. This is raocow, however, and you can kind of trust that. This was the third Luigi's Adventure sort of tennis racket match, and join me next time when we try to figure out what actual tennis is supposed to mean. I'm afraid it has to do with the Zionist, so be ready.